So I'll be speaking today about personalized medicine and how to build a generative AI, and then ultimately to use information for health. You all know the physician's best friend is a stethoscope, invented 200 years ago. Actually funny to watch that physicians are still using it. Why do physicians use it? Because it's a disease-agnostic, hypothesis-free device. It's actually great. Now, think of a technology which is similar to the stethoscope, but goes much deeper into health, which basically enables looking into prevention, looking at markers in the context of preventative care, looking into diagnosis at early stage, also to monitor staging of diseases, and ultimately also to monitor treatment. Everyone wants to know, is the medication I'm getting, the treatment I'm getting, really the best for my disease? So this all needs to be addressed in a much more personalized fashion. And I will present today basically how we are doing it by integrating nuclear magnetic spectroscopy with AI, and basically to make this as an affordable, highly accessible information layer for wide use in healthcare. Now we speak about wide use. Wide use means also lots of dollars, right? So we are looking here in total basically at in total about $400 billion market we can address with this technology. We are focusing right now initially on the Asia-Pacific market for many different reasons. And what's exciting is that in terms of the business model as a software as a service, along with the attractive gross margins which you get with the software as a service business. Now, how do we do it, right? So what's the magic? So we all know about the genome. So the genome tells you something about the potential of a certain outbreak of a condition in the future or in the near future, but the genome cannot tell you for sure if that will really happen, because environmental factors are another aspect. Then you look at, just like in pharmacogenomics, for example, you look into the transcriptome, you look at genetic activity, which is also a very informative layer, but again, it tells you only what should happen. When you look at the level of the proteins, the proteome, then you get a better idea about what's really happening actually in the world. But still, ultimately, where all the different omics are condensing, the endpoint are basically the metabolites. And what we do is basically we capture quantitatively hundreds of metabolites. In a couple of minutes, I will show you quickly how this exactly works, because we believe that the metabolome, so the sum of all the biochemical reactions, represent the actual phenotype of a patient, for example. Now, this metabolome is a real-world it's a real-time phenotypic information layer. This information basically contains all the important aspects to understand preventative care, diagnosis of diseases, and monitoring of treatment. Now, what have you done so far? So we have now digitized hundreds of thousands of humans. So we have a cyber-physical approach. I will show quickly how this looks like in a movie. So we have a cyber-physical approach where we turn blood into a digital blood. This is possible with advanced detection like NMR in a magnetic field. It's label-free, plus AI on top. So with the data science, we are building in silico markers. We basically generate the digital twin of the patient, and then we compare this digital twin against other people. So basically, we compare people. And so far, we have digitized about 240,000 individuals. First, we have digitized healthy individuals because it's important to understand how does healthy look like in women and men, in younger and older people. So we basically have a health baseline from age 18 to 70 plus to really understand how does health look like. And then, of course, we look at many, many diseases. But first, let's watch a movie.
Lifespin only needs 0.5 milliliters of blood and takes only one measurement for all tests. The NMR instrument is the interface between the physical and digital world. The patient's metabolic information is being captured in one single scan with radio frequencies and compared to billions of data points from individual metabolic profiles within moments. The sample partitioning for accessing biomarkers and performing health tests is based solely on algorithms. Lifespin. Take your health in your hands.
That's basically how our workflow looks like. We are collecting blood. Then we scan these blood samples. One scan takes a couple of minutes. Then the raw data, the spectra, are being uploaded to our cloud. One patient file are 10 megabytes, and then we use basically our algorithms to run it at the general whole metabolome. Then along with the patient metadata, we generate the digital twin. Then we use it further for downstream in silico analysis. And then you get different types of outputs in terms of health reports. Now, what exactly do we do? So we look at the spectra. These are the raw data, so-called, and then we basically build an AI engine on top of that, which understands the language of spectra with the raw data in context of health. And then we basically build our own models basically to refer the different spectra, the different spectral information to the health status of the individual. So, and not only that, we are building also our own generative model. But it's not ChatGPT, okay? So we built basically our own generative model because ChatGPT understands the language of human beings. Our model understands the language of spectra. And this basically, with hundreds of thousands of patient data, we use to fine-tune models to recognize different health conditions. Here, for example, you will see a typical health report from a patient, then you basically see scoring for different diseases. Now, diabetes is a nice example because everyone knows about diabetes, and we do similar disease scorings for different types of indications in the areas of oncology and neurology, and then we basically get more further refined information. What we are building is basically a software. We are a data company. As we go as an evergreen program, we keep digitizing human profiles. We enter in commercial phase now in Q4 with hospitals in Asia Pacific. So ultimately, we are aiming to build an omni-intelligent health software which can basically determine all sort of typical health conditions. And a question out to the audience, how much do you think does it cost to digitize one patient sample to get the information I've presented? Please, some numbers. Okay, any other? So, okay, how much do you pay for that? Yeah, 10, 15, that's about the cost to digitize the human sample. We put cost in terms of software as a service, but we don't want it to be too greedy. Objective is to make this really accessible on a population health level, so that we can have really affordable information to enable personalized medicine. We have, for example, started a study in Madagascar that we want to show that we can use AI really to lower healthcare costs in terms of personalization, because we're addressing topics with high prevalence in the global south, specific women's health conditions, which can be actually taken care of. And in terms of business model, the providers get us the blood, or the raw data, we turn this into the digital twin, results in the precision health information. Then one data set we can use for different types of diseases. It's like an in-app purchase on your phone. And then we basically partner globally with hospitals which have metabolomics units. So I think we have 10 seconds left. So I'm a former Sony HP guy. We have our founders here. I joined as CEO to basically further take the company forward. Jim Rothman is he's on our board, got the Nobel Prize about 10 years ago. Then we have further people from the industry, and that's pretty much it. So if you want to contact me, here's my WhatsApp. Thank you very much.